Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna start with a new series that is animations. How animations work in Android development part. Most of the developer face this problem. So we'll start from the scratch and till the end of this series. I can guarantee you can make any type of animation through this. Okay, so let's start with the part have you ever wondered how animations loading and how animations work? Like if you hover on a button, the button scales, how views move from one position to another, and how the custom views are created to make the beautiful animations. All of these animations start from one part, and or you can say the one class, and that class is named as ValueAnimator. So in today's video we are going to learn ValueAnimator from scratch, and we'll understand how it works internally, and we'll build our first animation completely through code in Kotlin, and we'll be using XML and Kotlin code as well. Okay, so let's start with this. So before starting before coding XML or the code part, let me tell you what is in ValueAnimator. So ValueAnimator only generates values. From the name you can suggest or you can think upon it. It only generates values within a range that you give, and those values changes over time, and those values only tell the UI to update, and those updation in UI with time is an animation, right? So let's start with one very simple thing to understand what is ValueAnimator. Okay, so what we are gonna do is just create an animator object which is of ValueAnimator, which will be taking values from range. We'll give as 0f to 500f for an example if I take. Okay, and you need to give the duration. What I mean by duration is what is the time duration of your animation. Like if I give it a duration of 2000, that means it is 2 seconds only, right? And one very important thing is ValueAnimator. In this animator will generate a random value from 0 to 500 in this 2-second duration. But how will you get to know values have changed? I have to perform any certain action on this value. You need to add one listener over here. Let me know in the comment section if you don't know about listener. We'll make a separate video on this. Okay, so we'll take value as it dot. What do you mean by it? It is the object of that only, it is an animator in this case, right? So I've taken an animated value which will be obviously be in a float so that it becomes easy for our calculations. What I'll do, I'll simply print animation, right? And then this value as a string. So what if I run this for 2 seconds? I'll be getting all the values in the log. Is it happening? No. Why? Because every animation has certain things, like when it gonna start, when it gonna stop, pause, resume. Like activity has its life cycle, animation has its own function. Like unless and until we are not starting the animation, we are not gonna see anything in the log. So when I run this again, now you can see here the values are, the min value is from like 0 and the largest value is 500. So it has taken value from 0 to 500. So in add update listener only you get the updated value, and then you make some changes in the UI part which leads to an animation, right? So now notice that Android is continuously generating values here, like from 0. If I talk about in the logcat, you can see 0, 2, 3, 4 till 500, right? So I told you earlier also, like we have certain functions, start, stop. So nothing will happen unless and until you call the start, as I showed you in the logcat. Okay, so here only, instead of this, right, if I have something like a box type in my UI, here if I have like box, this box, then what will I gonna do? I'll be having this as box translate x and is equals to value. So it will be translating the value, or not a value, it will be translating the box x-axis. It will be moving horizontally with this value, right? So let's start with the layout part so that we can have the box here. Okay, so most of you code in XML, most of you code directly here. So let's start here only. I'll have one text box here, text view, what I say, right? So what we are gonna do here, we're gonna have this apply, and we'll give some certain layout to it, like layout param. What will the height and the width of this? Layout params is equals to, will give linear layout so that it will be easier for us, and it will be around, like, if I thought about 100 to 100 by 100, will this be okay? And let's set background color as color dot blue. What happened? It is saying it was expecting an end, but we have given color dot. 1 second. Rather than giving this, what we are going to do is color. Oh, so we don't have any color in the values folder. So the issue was like we were using a different import of color. Like currently we were using androidx.compose.ui.graphics, but we need to use this one. So if I write here blue, just write red here so that we get to know, it will be more clear. Okay, and we'll have some text here as move so that we can see it moving. And if I directly do this, set content view as a test, it will cover whole screen with a red color. Doesn't matter what layout param I have given, because we are directly setting that screen. And move is written here, but yes, we don't have like given the gravity here. So let's give gravity here, gravity dot center, so it will appear in the center part. So what if I need to give only the view red color, not the whole screen? Then you simply move a container, make a container here that is root layout. Root is equals to linear layout, right? Yep. And yeah, all done. You need to just add root dot add view, and you'll be adding a test, and set content you'll be adding root. Oh, let's increase some of its height and width like this, or we can have the height as 200 and give the gravity here so that we get the gravity center for our view. It should appear in the center now. Center, right? So how this view is gonna move, we have made this view, how it is gonna move. Let's comment this part and come here and just check test dot. We'll get here some functionality translationX if we need to move it across the x-axis, and we'll give him the value, right? If I run this, nothing will happen. Why? Again the same thing, you don't have start functionality. We have started the animation, and as the values will go, you can see it is moving. Got it? If I give it 5 seconds, you can see it moving slowly because it get more time to complete the value between 0 to 500, right? Same if I give her y-axis, it is gonna move in y direction downwards. If I give this minus y, well, let's make it faster this way. What it's gonna do is move in the upward direction. So with minus and plus sign you can change the direction as well, right? And what if I need to fade this out? So we have one more functionality here is alpha. What does alpha mean? Alpha means fading out or fading in or making it blurry little bit, and at one point it will seems like invisible. So value will be the higher value of this. Like if I give this directly, if I give the value, nothing will happen. Why? Because anything greater than 1 for alpha, it is visible part only. So I'll be dividing it 500. So any value with greater than this will have only 0 point something. If I give it 10 seconds, you'll see it more clearly. Got it? So this is the, like, what I can say is alpha. And then also there it is a kind of like update listener, which is updating the value at the time of like each and every seconds or milliseconds. But what if I need to get all the start and like when animation has started, when animation ends, I need to get the callback of all this. Then here comes a function of animator that is add listener, not update, it is simply listener, this thing, right? To get its value, we'll be adding object and then animator dot animator listener. You will get an object here, like you can implement the members, on animation cancel, when you cancel the animation, when animation ends, when animation started repeating, when animation start, you'll get a callback here and the value will be animator. You can just take out the value from it, or you can do whatever you want to, like to make your animation smooth or more like beautiful in the UI. You can do that, right? And keep in mind very small thing: whenever you are destroying an activity, do destroy this animation listener also, or deregister this listener, because it will harm your like activity lifecycle also. Because if you leave it open, it will cause your phone heating up, memory will like your memory will consumption will be high. When I'm gonna give you like the animation, circular animation, where the images moving in a circular way and also rotating in a circular way, both the thing is happening at the same time. If you leave that animation open for like 50 minutes, 1 hour, your phone will get heat up. For more than 30 minutes also, like 15 minutes, your phone will heat up and your phone's memory will like your space for that app will increases up, and your app will crash, right? So this is all about today. Tomorrow we'll more like learn more about the animation one, and we'll get more things as we move further here, right? We don't have done anything like interpolators. We will learn about this. We'll learn about object animator, animator set, like the real loader we will be creating. We'll be creating like production level animation architecture. These are all in the upcoming series. So do subscribe my channel so that you can get a notification whenever there is something new in this series or in my channel. Till then, goodbye.